Hello, my lovely spectators. Didi here. Welcome to my studio. Okay, I don't know why I'm being silly. So that's gonna be my next two. That's gonna be, hello. So we are in hashtag ABC April 2026. Today is J, whatever day that is, because I just know what letter I'm on. Anyway, so I am filming, like, I'm ahead of the days, maybe 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure. I got so much going on, guys, so much going on. And therefore, I'm challenging myself, and I don't know why I'm doing that when I've got so much going on. But I had some jeans, as we call them. And J for jeans, Jeans, right? That I should not have been wearing because they had a whole strip down the side of white lace. And they're stretchy, but they were not stretchy enough. So I was gonna pass them off to the whatever, the thrift stores, etc. But then I held on to them because I took the lace. And then I didn't toss this out. It has a little bit of stretch. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to hold on to the jean material, right? Which my daughter was like, I know you're doing ABC April. That's denim. I was like, no, sweetie, we call these jeans. So, oh, I'm throwing threads out. Oh my gosh, sacrilege. So I have a whole bunch of pieces, right? So I'm going to do a jean themed journal, or like it's going to be comprised of a lot of elements from the jeans. So I've got a couple of pieces because when I was taking it apart, one of the things that I noticed that was real interesting was all down the leg. So the leg was like this. There was that whole part of that was lace. I have that lace. I'm going to incorporate that here, but today is about the J, right? So I have all these finished edges, like a ton, not just the hem location. I have 2 full legs of that. So I definitely am thinking that I want to do some pockets in the journal with this, where this would be the actual, I don't know, it might be the top so that it's easy to put in. And then I want to have that frayed element. So I've got to figure out if these guys are going to fray. I think it frays. I did rip pieces, you know, I ripped it apart because as I was cutting it, I wasn't trying to cut it like all the way up. So these will be for pocket and elements. So I'm going to do pockets. I'm going to want to do some edge tabs, probably with some clustering. If I can somehow, because it is a little bit stretchy, maybe do a belly band out of some of this. I'm not sure. But I do have the real pockets. And so with these guys, I definitely, so now see, I got a little aggressive when I was, cutting them off. So what I want to do is I want to cut these out. I'm going to like do it and see, hopefully it's going to tear along this side. Let's pray that it does. And I'm going to put it on the inside pockets, on the inside of the journal. And then I'll have all this other fabric to use to make the cover. Okay. I also have this part intact, which I was thinking about it, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to use this. So it may come up in another project. It's too wide for the pocket. In this case, it's completely intact. I could cut it down some, but I'll save it. We don't have to use the whole entire jeans on here. I also have the front pockets, which are another consideration. So yes, jeans will be back on my channel, just don't know when. So I think I'm going to use mostly what's here. And then I have the top waistband, right? So this is looking like a closure to me, but I haven't decided exactly how. So I'm going to be thinking about that. So let's see how this guy tears, right? So yeah, I got a little aggressive and it did tear this way. So let me just get rid of this little thing in my way. And what I want to do is I want to just start a little cut here, and we'll go from there. So I do a little cut. Let's see what happens. Okay. Ooh. Let's see how this did. So there is definitely a line of whatever it's gonna, it's gonna follow. That's okay. We're gonna play with it. So let's get the pockets out, because I have worked on some of the journal, just not the jean part. And I'll show you that. It's behind the jeans. You've seen it. You see it. Ugh, let's just throw that over there. And let's see how this side. Oh, see, this side did fray a lot better. So interesting. Okay. Let's get this. I mean, it did, let's see how this, it followed the pocket. Oh, the pocket followed the pocket back up. Nice. Okay. So maybe I can pull up from here. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, you gotta be stronger than that. Oh my God. I'm gonna, you know, I gotta snip that. I can get some. It's a little too out, but we can fray some there. Here, there, everywhere. I gotta do it a little. I don't think it's gonna. There we go. As long as I didn't get into the pocket. So let's just double check that. Yep. So we're just gonna hit this up and have it be as frayed as we want it. And we're gonna plaster this down on one side, okay? And then we're going to do that to the other side. So let's again go down here. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have our two pockets. So let me show you the base of the journal. Me, I'm into the crunch and munch. Everybody has their preferred whatever. In terms of a base, I feel like when you add the cardstock in here of anything that you may be using and put fabric on the side, it has enough stability. For me, it may be a little loose for other people or soft for other people. I don't know. So right now, I was at Ollie's. And I put the T and the B for mine because the print is very, it's busy, but I love the colors. It goes well with the jean, I believe. And I also have another green cardstock that I want to incorporate into here. So this, to me, was the perfect one. It's, I think it's called Hydrangeas. It's from, like I said, Ollie's. And this was an American Crafts, Bow Bunny Brighton. It was a 2022 release. I couldn't think of the word. It says hydrangea, so I love hydrangeas, right? I have never seen them this color, but green is like my favorite. So I have a 3-inch spine, and I went over on purpose because I'm thinking that I'm gonna wind up cutting a lot more pieces, and I actually think I want to kind of patchwork it with glue, or I don't know, because I don't sew. So I mean, I have a sewing machine, but she's in hiding. She's in the witness protection program right now. Anyway, so this is the inside. So let's see, I want to put one of these right here, and it looks like it would be a little bit big, but I think it'll be doable like that. And then the other one I want to put on this side. So a little loosey-goosey, but it's more for the effect. I don't plan to wrap the jeans around the front. So that's another reason why I'm not stressing and why I did this wrapping first. You didn't need to see me use paper. You came here to see the jeans. So I have some bigger pieces, but we just, ripped a whole bunch of strips. So I'm on the fence as to what I want to do here, because I can attach these, right? Definitely going to put some fabric tack all on here so that it really stays, especially on this edge here, because it did go down. On this one, it's right up there, so that's perfect. So I can do that, the fabric tack there, and it'll hold, I think, lovely. I do have a couple of other things. I don't know if I should have line it up that way. Or I could line it up like this. So it's like, yeah, maybe like that, like boom, 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 boom. Anyway, um, so I'll be lining it up one way or the other because I think centered, it's fighting on both sides, in my opinion, right? So you can tell me in the comments below if you think I'm a cuckoo. So I have some other things that I could use as decorative elements, but I think the Fabri-Tac is going to be how I'm going to put these down. So definitely these are going to be done. Right now, let's talk about the other side. So our top is over here. So I think I'm going to just, so I don't get myself confused, I'm going to put another arrow to show me that the top goes up that way. Okay, so what I could do is, like I said, I could just cut a bunch of pieces. I could even turn them upside down, right, and just start to glue them onto the cover. And then, you know, if there's a little lifting, that's fine, but I want to try to keep a good amount glued onto the cover, if that makes sense, right? Across everything as well. So then, because it's jean and it also is flexible, right, I probably would want to kind of, you know, keep that in mind when I'm gluing on the edges so that I could then wrap it around. So I think that's what I want to do. But how big, how small of the pockets, of the patchwork should I do? Okay. Then I'm thinking, should I do the patchwork to should I just do the patchwork on, you know, lay it out, and then how else would I attach this? I mean, I have other things, but it would, you know, to put anything else, we would show it on the other side. So I think we're just gonna, you know what, we're gonna glue it. We're gonna just glue it. Let's just cut up a bunch of pieces. So I'm gonna play through while I rip up a bunch of these pieces. Okay, I'm just taking off the extra string, but we're gonna put you on fast forward.
Tags and pockets, flips and folds, washi tape and stories told. Paint and stamps begin to play. We craft the stress and doubt away. Yo sono gli artisti, sono tuoi sets. Con papel, con glue, con style. No perfection, just expression. Got our pages of confession. Don't sit back and watch the show. My lovely spectators, let's create.
Okay, so there we go. Well, I decided to, like, as I was cleaning them up, so I have all these extra string bits that I could add into clusters to add into this journal so I could keep the thematic jeans going throughout. So this guy's going to be called Forever in Blue Jeans. Anyway, and I have like this one little piece. This one I found was like perfect in order to cover the spine. So we're going to leave her there because it'll just give us a little bit more stretch appeal. We could also do it this way, but I think I'm going to leave it with the dark jeans and stuff. As I was putting these here, I'm seeing how like up and down I want to have like some of the things to be like more rough, and I don't know if I want this under that or that over it, because I think over it is like more of a finish, like it's more of a, you know, intentional, whereas maybe slapping a bunch of things on top of something that was existing there already might be how the vibe is going for the other one. So I think what I need to do is I need to start with something, any one of these guys, right, and just get the Fabri-Tac out and start putting them down, you know. So let's see how that's gonna go. So I have it in this little jar because I don't have a lot of space, and so I'm gonna turn this guy over. If I miss any strings, I do want to get them out of the way. Okay, now I don't want it to go through like that, so I'm kind of hesitant in terms of how much I should use. I don't know if I should put it on here and then just hope that I catch this. I don't know, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. So I need to go to about here. Okay, So I don't want to go all the way to the edge because I want that little bit of fray. That's why I left over the overhang of it all. Right, so I have that. I have a little spreader. Where's she be? Where's she be? It's called Be Prepared, Sanchez. You know what you was trying to do. Well, yes. I don't know where she's at. I don't know where it's at. Oh, found her. Found her, silicone. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of flatten them out a little bit. Bring it in here a little bit. Okay. Waking up those ridges, right? Because it doesn't dry super quick, but you know, it dries pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna use that as a little stay piece. Okay, now I'm gonna put this one here to there. This is where she is going to live. Okay. So I'm gonna do that to the entire cover. Okay. So this edge is going to be covered. I don't mind putting a little bit more of a heavier squish out. Okay. So I think I'm going to put you guys on fast forward.
Tags and pockets, flips and folds, washi tape and stories told. Paint and stamps begin to play. We craft the stress and doubt away. Yo sono gli stacked on 26. Con papel, con glue, con style. No perfection, just expression. Got our pages of confession. Don't sit back and watch the show. My lovely spectators, let's create. DDS Studio 72, crafting dreams in all we do. My lovely spectators, come and see. Cut and paste, create with me. Creators and spiders, creators tonight. Hands in motion, hearts alight. This is where the magic starts. From inky fingers to crafty hearts. Hey! Crafting is not a spectator sport. We got to get our hands dirty. Vamos! Cut it up, glue it down, paint it bold, spin around. My lovely spectators, clap on time. Almas fuertes, feel that rhyme. Art is messy, art is free. SOS crafting, you and me. This creative world is for you, my lovely spectators. Side by side, we craft with heart, we craft with pride. Designers, creators, all day. We lift each other on the way. Cards, scrapbooks, journals too. Mixed media magic, me and me.
Well, she will survive to live another day. I will just have to crimp her down. Okay, so here we go. So far, so good. Everybody seems happy to be where they are. I added another little patch because I felt it was too heavy over here. This is going to be what the front looks like. I will be putting something on top of it. And this is what the back looks like. I think it is adorable. I'm not missing the what's it called? I'm not missing the oh, Jesus, stitching at all. So now we need to just put this piece in the center here. I know that I wanted to have a little bit of overhang, but not quite this much. So let's see if I can get a little strip out of here. So I kind of laid it out pretty decently. I had that one little piece that felt a little long. And so I did change that up a little bit. But then you know, it wound up serving its purpose. It needed to be over here. This is just this one little corner that I don't like, and unfortunately it is in the front. But like I said, probably we'll do something else additional to the front. Because, you know, why not? All right, let's see how this height is. Okay, it's still a little bit too tall. Let's try one more time. Then we're just gonna go with whatever we got. Whatever we got, we're gonna go with. Okay, we're saving all these little bits we're pulling off because they will be good to add as embellishments throughout the journal. Okay, so I know that I was going to cover this edge, so I wasn't this edge. I wanted to have a good amount of flurries coming out, but seeing the book inside cover doesn't bother me. I did that intentionally. Okay, this little bulk here, this little clump here is irritating me though. Okay, let me just trim them down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to put this piece right on top. Okay, yep, looks good in terms of length. Yep, perfection. It is a little wider down here, which I actually don't mind. This is the bottom, that's the top. So let's get our glue in the center first. Squished in. So let's do that first with our little silicone. This is a makeup applier. You apply lotions or something. I don't know. You can get this. I think you can get this at the dollar store. Probably where I got it from, or some kind of like makeup subscription kit. So now I'm just going and hitting the other piece over here. Okay, and so that's gonna be good. That little piece is serving its purpose. Okay, let's do this. Let's go down here and then center that up here and center that. Now I'm gonna press down. Now there is a ridge that's here because I had to expand the cover. I cut it in the center, so this is in the center, and I'm not sure what binding I'm gonna do, but I don't think it's gonna, you know, you're not even really gonna see it. So now I need to bring all of this over here so that way it will sticky poo. Okay, okay, a little bit onto there. Make sure that it hits everything. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn it around for ease. Okay, I think that's looking nice. Let's again clean up this. This is like so cool. You just take the glue comes right off. Better than your fingers, better than your fingers. I know there's a dollop, but I need to just wipe this down. And let's stick this guy in here for now. While I think what we're gonna do, let me put my little thing here. All right, so here we go. This is our journal. This is the front. That's our spine. That's our back. It's not 100%, but it's intentional. So, you know, this goes outward. So there is that little slant, which I knew the bottom. It's not as much in the back, but you're not, you know, once you have the journal made, you're not going to sit here looking at it like this. At least I hope not. This being that way, you know what? It is molestándome un poquito. So what if I were to put a little piece there? I don't know if that's gonna really be a good idea. Okay. What do we think, people? What do we think? It is a little low. That's what I'm saying, you know? It's a little low. It's a little low. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because my eye was brought to it. It came. It was there in my head, and I was like, yeah, I have to. I have to do it. I have to do it. It's just a little piece. It's not gonna. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. Okay. Just gonna. Oh, did I mean that side? Well, I guess it's staying on that side. Okay, bring that down a little bit. It's okay. It's the back, right? Yeah, it's the back. Okay, I'm not taking the thing spatula again. I'm just spreading it out with the nozzle. Okay. All right. So now, here's what I've been thinking. I said to you earlier that I was going to put the pockets on the inside. And I could still do that. I have 2 pockets. But I was thinking, do I want to put one on the front? No, right? It just takes up too much. So we'll find some other element to do that. Okay, so we're going to put this guy on these guys on the inside, I guess. Okay. Now, I don't have anything in the center yet because I have to mark where I'm going to be binding. I'm not sure what I want to put in the center. I was kind of thinking something easier to deal with later, but I don't know. Do I want this to be right there? Then I have to put what's going to go here right away. Okay. So, not another piece of jean. That's not what I want. I do, however, want to add silver accents. So, you know what? Let's see how that works out. What if I take this silver tape? I could put one right here, and then one on this side, and one in the center. And it's thin enough that you're not going to really be having too much going on, you know? And it'll give an interesting texture because it does take on this texture that's going on right here. Okay, let's do that. Why not? I wanted to do silver accents, so this is our first little one. Only because I want to get the pockets glued on, and then we can say that the journal is pretty much ready to go. Okay, so I need it to be about there. Okay, I need it to be right about there. Okay. Let's cut 3 of that length. 3. So this is 2. And then a third one. Third one right there. I know I'm slightly off, but I'm gonna worry about it. Okay. Hopefully we're getting this all into the video because I'm, you know, an hour. I know you guys tolerate me for an hour. I know. So I want to do is I want to kind of get this on the crease in there. Right? Yeah, I do. See, it's super thin. It's like aluminum foil with adhesive. So I'm also hoping that it's not gonna backfire on me. Okay. Okay. The wrinkles are going to be part of that texture. I'm not mad at that. That means I could use this tape in a few different places. Okay, right. So there we go. I will deal with this edge in a minute. Let's do the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna fold it in half. That seemed to work for me. I just made it up as we're going along, so it seemed to work, so I'm gonna just go ahead. The idea behind being that I'm gonna be able to get it even, right in the crack, right in the gusset, I don't know what that's called, of the spine. And then I can take off just a little bit. Again, we have a little bit of an issue over here on this side with the piece being acting up. That's fine, but we have to use that side because that's going to go inside. So we will work it out slowly. Okay, and I think this is like HVAC tape. You can get it off Amazon relatively easy, I think. So I think I got this roll from Temu. Okay, so that's there, and then we're gonna bring this here, and we're gonna place that down, and then I'm gonna keep it in the crack and get this down. Okay, and I'm just gonna let those wrinkles be part of our situation here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go on the crease and the crevice, whatever. Just press it down so it's nice and in there. And then we have one more that is gonna go down the center, and it's a little short. But again, this tape is very forgiving because you just crack another piece on and put it on, and it'll cover up what is missing. So I'm not, and it's on the inside, so I'm not even worried about it that much. Okay, so it kind of rolled up on itself, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Yeah, I think that up there is that little mishap is a little bigger, and I'm also think like I'm going a little crooked, but okay. Alright, I'm not mad at that. Let me grab another tiny piece. Where did I put it? Where did I put her? Where she be? Oh my god, how did I misplace it from, oh, from there to there? Misplaced. Okay, we're just gonna take a little patch piece. I'm gonna take the little patch piece, take it off the backing. Right, she gets on top of herself. We'll just unroll her. It's okay. It's all good. I'll put it up here. And there we go. No problem. There's a little glue. It's not a problem. We'll get that off. Okay. Now, where it's over the edge a little bit, I'm just gonna kind of try to get it around there and stuff. And on this side as well, just move the little furries out of the way and just push it down because it's like super thin, so it's not a big deal. Okay, here we go. It's a little long, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. If not, we're gonna pull it off because we're aggravated. No. Yeah. Plus, I mean, you know, once this it's been sitting for like 24 hours, I'm going to go over all of the seams of our connections here and there, and make sure that, here we go, make sure that everything is really well down. So right here I may need to like adjust later because I lifted it a little bit and I'm pushing it back down, but you know what, it is what it is. This seems a little long, so I might want to cut a little bit and then try to fray that out a little bit. So then we'll do that. And now the only way I can tell up is because of the hydrangeas. So this is our inside. Oh, we need a little piece right there. That's okay. We're just going to take a little piece, a little tiny sliver, and cover it. And this one is a little crooked, my bad. That's probably why we have a little bit of situation. But again, you see, I'm just going to put it, right? And once we have a signature in place, everything, most of the silver is kind of disappear into the background. Plus, we're gonna put our pockets, so they're gonna cover a lot of that. Okay, so that's the last thing we're gonna do right now, is to kind of put this pockets into play. So I'm gonna just cut some of the strings because it's a little aggressive, the strings here. They're a little long and stuff. Okay, at least on the inside right here. All right, let's get this guy cleaned up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now, I want to put the adhesive, but I do have to be considerate that the adhesive could seep through into the pocket because it's very thin material. So I need to kind of put my adhesive, where is my little sticky thing? Anyway, doesn't matter right now. Don't matter right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put my adhesive over here on this thicker seamed, double seamed area. Try to do a nice thinnish bead, nothing too heavy, right? I mean, it's fabric. It's not super heavy fabric, so it's not like it's gotta hold, you know, like whatever. And then with this, I'm just gonna put some some strings right here. I see it seeping through. No me gusta. No I'm worried. Okay. Okay. Listen, it's a learning. We're learning. Okay, we're learning. So I'm gonna put this up against the seam over here. Right, that's what I wanted to do. To the bottom practically, and then to the side. Okay, so there we go. We have our first little pocket of our jean journal. Okay, and again, once you know, once time has passed, I'm gonna go in and adjust. Okay, so again, we're going to put our adhesive on the edge, the main edge here, and down the bottom, around over here, up this side. Okay, and then again, gonna try to just add a little bit to just, you know, give it a little structure, a little stability, and then up here too. And we're gonna hope that, you know, it doesn't bleed through, so to say. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're gonna put this right there, and we're gonna put that some pressure. Okay, and we're gonna call this video done. I hope you enjoyed me trying to make a jean. Well, I made the cover. The journal is not done yet because I still have to do signatures. I've got to find appropriate papers. I know that I have one of Seven Plaza's freebies that has to do with, it has blues in it and like a jean kind of themey thing going on. So I definitely will probably pull pieces of that. So for today's ABC April, we have a jean journal cover. If you want to see this journal again with other things happening with it, let me know in the comments below. I will be glad to kind of figure out when that can happen. I am working on, like I said, a bunch of stuff, but I will happily add it to my to-do. So I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you think that it's, you know, it was worth your time to kind of watch me work and hear my thoughts and whatnot. What do you think that should be on the front? That would be interesting. I could use some other elements from the jeans themselves. Plus I have the lace. Oh, it's not in front of me. I would have loved to have shown you the lace. I do plan, so I think I might use some of the lace on the front and maybe some applique of lace over here just to bring that, it's white, and then within the signature itself, signatures. I'm gonna put 3 signatures in here. And I think I'm going to do an elastic binding. I think I might do it that way. So, if you're new, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for coming and checking me out. If you've been here for the minute, thank you so much for keep coming back. I hope that I'm keeping you entertained and that, you know, it's worth your while to be, you know, coming back over and over again. Please like, please comment, please share the video. I think, you know, maybe somebody else might want to see this kooky, you know, kooky kid over here make a jean journal on the fly. Anyway, until next time, ciao ciao, bye. Oh, I can't see it.